Hey, I'm a neurosurgeon, Kazu.
In a neurosurgery operating room, the margin for error is measured in fractions of a millimeter. A single tremor or a moment of distraction can lead to permanent neurological damage. In the middle of this high-stakes environment, the speakers are often playing a background track chosen specifically by the lead surgeon. For most people, difficult tasks like studying for an exam or writing a complex report seem to require absolute silence. We often view any external noise as a direct threat to our concentration. However, demanding total silence often backfires. This approach ignores the biological reality of how the brain processes auditory input, which can lead to mental exhaustion faster than most realize. Surgical background music serves a specific biological purpose. It is calibrated to manipulate brainwave states, helping the team enter a state of deep, sustained concentration. A modern surgical suite is filled with the erratic, high-pitched electronic alarms of medical machinery. Curated audio triggers the masking effect, providing a consistent auditory floor that covers these sharp, unpredictable disruptions. This diagram shows the frontal lobe, which governs execution and emotional control. By neutralizing environmental noise, the audio prevents the brain's stress centers from reacting to every beep. A stable frontal lobe maintains the precise motor control required for microscopic work. Beyond the primary surgeon, a steady auditory rhythm acts as an external metronome. This helps synchronize the physical pacing and heart rates of the entire surgical team. The right audio creates a temporary, isolated zone of performance, shielding the nervous system from the fatigue caused by a chaotic environment. Attempting to replicate this at an office desk with a standard music playlist often results in a total loss of concentration. This illustrates cognitive overload. When you perform language-based work, like reading or writing, while listening to lyrics, your brain's language processing centers clash. They are forced to compete for the same limited neural resources. This internal friction triggers the sympathetic nervous system. The brain interprets this constant processing struggle as a stressor, keeping the body in a state of low-level arousal. When the nervous system remains in this state for hours, blood pressure stays at an elevated baseline. This places a constant mechanical load on the walls of the cerebral arteries. Over years, this sustained pressure contributes to the hardening of these vessels. If the arteries lose their elasticity, the likelihood of a sudden vascular failure, such as a blockage or a rupture, increases as the brain's physical infrastructure weakens. Using the wrong audio while you work is a physical stressor. Over time, it places a measurable strain on the biological systems that keep the brain healthy. Surgeons use specific parameters to safely induce focus. The primary rule is a total absence of lyrics, which ensures the brain's language centers remain dedicated to the task at hand. This diagram shows the ideal rhythmic alignment. Music with a steady tempo of 60 to 80 beats per minute aligns with a healthy resting heart rate, allowing the autonomic nervous system to stabilize. In environments with high background noise, surgeons may use pink noise, like the sound of steady rain. This covers a broad frequency spectrum, masking disruptions without demanding any conscious attention from the brain. This type of audio acts as a biological pacemaker, synchronizing the brain's electrical rhythms to a stable baseline so the mind can execute complex tasks. The protocol also includes a critical recovery phase. Once the operation is complete, the surgeon turns the music off and seeks absolute, unbroken silence. This is the default mode network. It is a critical processing system that organizes information and repairs cognitive fatigue, but it only activates when external sensory input is minimized. The brain needs at least 30 minutes of this silence daily to replenish its working memory. This quiet period allows the parasympathetic nervous system to take over, lowering blood pressure and relieving the physiological stress on the arteries. If silence is unavailable, certain frequencies, specifically between 417 and 528 Hz, can help. These tones assist in calming the amygdala, helping a stressed brain return to a resting state. Sustainable cognitive performance relies on a balance, using engineered sound to drive focus, and then prioritizing periods of absolute silence for recovery.